you join me in my 2017 Audi S4 Avant B9. I purchased this car 3 months ago, and I think it's about time I tell you how I've got on. For those of you that are new to WhatThePun, I used to own a Mark 6 Golf R Stage 2 Plus tuned by Artec Performance, which I drive on the weekend every so often. To be fair, I didn't drive that car enough. I mainly kept it garaged over the long winter seasons here to keep it clean and keep all the salt and grit off the car, and then I'll take out in a nice dry summer season. The other car I had was the Seat Leon FRST 1.5 litre TSI Evo, which was my daily commuter. That car did all the miles to and from work, road trips. And fast forward to now, 3 months ago, I sold both those cars, and this is what I've got. A 2017 Audi S4 B9 Avant, which is doing all my Monday to Friday journeys, the road trips, the trips to the shops, my weekend journeys, and still has time to put the smiles per miles on my face. So today's video, I'll be walking you through how I've been getting on with this car, as well as the 0 to 60 times as well. Some of the things I will be touching on today is things like fuel economy, comfort, what's it like on road trips, and was this the right choice? Did I make the right choice buying this car, or should I have bought something else? So let's get into it. What's happening, everyone? My name is Adrian. Welcome back to another episode of WhatThePun. Hope you're all doing good, doing well, and doing great. Yeah, did you notice the difference? Well, I did a little 30-second intro at the start of the video. I'm changing up the style, changing up the formatting of the video, just to see if I can make small little improvements here and there, little tweaks. Did you notice the difference? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know. Drop your comments in the box down below. The new styling, the new formatting of the WhatThePun videos. Do you want the old style back? But anyways, back to the main topic, which is the car I'm in right now, my new Audi S4 B9 Avant, which I've had for just over 3 months now. So quickly going over the specs of the car. At the front of the car, the engine. We have a 3 litre V6 turbocharged engine, which is producing 349 horsepower, 500 newton meters of torque. This makes it produce a 0 to 60 time of 4.7 seconds. We have a 8-speed Triptronic transmission, only comes in automatic apparently, and a wheels, all-wheel wheels, Audi Quattro all-wheel drive system. Specific to this car, we have spec'd a pan roof, which I think this is like literally the first car I've had with a pan roof. I might be wrong. I think maybe my first car had a pan roof, but I can't remember. I don't even have photographic evidence of it having a pan roof, but I for some reason it might have had a pan roof. But anyways, game changer. Game changer in what sense? Because my little girl loves it. Whenever I open and close the blinds, she's like, oh. But yeah, makes little road trips with her quite entertaining. When she's getting a bit aggy, making that pan roof open and close keeps her entertained, and she likes looking at the sky as well, especially on a nice day like this. But anyways, back to the specs. Heads-up display, virtual cockpit, Daytona grey. More specific to this car, it comes with the sports pack. So what does the sports pack do, or what's so different about a car with the sports pack compared to the others? Well, this sports pack gives me red calipers, I'll have a rear sports differential. Suspension will be a sports adaptive suspension kit as well. So yeah, that's specs and specs specific to this car done. Moving on, main topic. How efficient has the car been? What's it like with the fuel? So to give you a bit more context, the car I used to do my daily driver in, my daily commute in, was the Seat Leon 1.5 TSI Evo. That was great. My journey daily would have been 12 miles, over 12 miles, just over 12 miles to work, and just over 12 miles back home, depending on the route. Some of the routes might be slightly longer depending on traffic, but yeah, roughly in total just over 25 miles daily. And in that Seat Leon, the MPGs I'll be doing is roughly between 33, and sometimes on a good day without traffic it can get very close or even hit 40 MPGs daily. So really dependent on traffic, but that was what I was getting with my trip to work. And none of the routes was on the motorway, so it's not too bad for start-stop kind of traffic routes. So if you're, sorry by the way, hay fever, so I'm still kind of, it's not as bad as before, but I'm still a lot and a bit bunged up, and then it's my head, my nose, and my eyes this morning, gosh. Anyways, in terms of the Audi, how has that been on fuel? So this is where it gets interesting. So the Audi has been doing roughly 22, 23, between 22, 23 to, and the best is about 27. So not great, but expected because this is a 3 litre turbocharged engine. In terms of fuel costs, obviously because it's a bigger engine, my fuel costs have pretty much doubled since changing over to this car compared to the Seat Leon, but expected. So going from 2 cars to 1 car that's supposedly do everything for me, maybe spending a little bit more money maybe balances out, because I'm no longer taxing 2 cars, I'm only taxing 1 car. I'm no longer insuring 2 cars, only taxing 1 car. I'm no longer fueling 2 cars, I'm only fueling 1 car. So I guess it all kind of balances out. I have 1 big family car that's also fun when I need it to be. Okay, moving on. What's this car like to drive? Day in, day out, to and from work, to on long road trips. Well, I have good news for you. This is actually a very comfortable car to be inside of. Starting off with the seats. The seats, gosh, I love these seats. I really love these seats. The controls on the side, you can make so many different adjustments. You can basically make small little adjustments to sort of mold the seat to the shape of your body, to however you want it to make you comfortable, basically. And yeah, very comfortable seats. I literally feel like I'm being cuddled to my destination every single time I get into this car. They're that comfortable. Massage seats as well. So there's 3 different modes you can set. It's wave, stretch, need, and 3 different intensity levels. Only thing I dislike about these massage seats is that I always feel like they've only been on for 5 minutes, then it's off. I don't see a setting on there to just keep it on for like half an hour, or just until I decide to say, hey, can you just, I'm good, I'm very comfortable, can you just chill and just turn off? But no, it always feels like it's like preset to like 5 minutes and then boom. Otherwise, yeah, so comfortable on long journeys. We've done like York, Lake District already. The little one at the back loves it. She's comfortable in this car. My wife loves it. She's got plenty of space at the back to keep herself entertained, and the little one entertains, and they don't get car sick as well in this car. Whereas in other cars they've been in, they do get a bit unhappy. That might be down to the style of driving, though, to be fair. But anyways, not too many buttons, just the right amount of buttons that it's not too complicated to control here. Only thing I dislike, the screen. It's a big screen. It's got CarPlay, but the only problem is it's not touchscreen. You have to control it with this little dial here. It might be a good thing because it's not touchscreen. I'm not constantly being like blah blah blah, change it, change this, change that. Oh, I want to change this map. I want to look at this app. I want to do that. So I guess it just takes me away from being distracted. But I have read on the internet that you can actually retrofit from the facelift version of this car, which does have the touchscreen, onto this model, the pre-facelift model, but it is a bit of a faff. It is a lot of money and there's a lot of things to do. I think you have to buy different bits here and there. It's not just as simple as buying the screen, and it needs to be coded as well. So I don't think the amount of money and time you're putting into it it's not worth it. I'm sure there's third-party manufacturers, aftermarket systems you can buy, but at the moment I like it original. I don't mind it not having a touchscreen. I was a bit fussed about it at first, but I've grown to enjoy it, to be fair. It's fine. Like I said, it stops me being distracted from my driving. Otherwise, yeah, virtual cockpit, lovely. Shows there's a few different views you can do. Materials inside the car, quite hard wearing. I mean, given the age of the car, it's not like worn away. It's still looking fresh, looking nice. This car's done, well, not even 60,000. It's at just over 55,000. So I'll be very concerned if it's looking quite rough in here. Otherwise, yeah, comfortable place to be. Short journeys, long journeys. This can't really fault this car, to be fair. Thumbs up. Moving on to the big question now. Do I believe I made the right choice in buying the Audi S4 B9? Well, to answer that question, let's roll it back. Roll it back to when I had a short list of 6 cars before deciding to go with the S4. Well, let's start off with 2 Audis. First one being the RS3 8V pre-facelift version and the RS Q3, I think it's like the 2016 model. Lovely engine, one of my favorite engines. The 5-pot 2.5 litre, lovely sounds, lovely burbles. The only problem with those 2 cars, they're very similar in terms of interior space for passengers. A bit too cramped for my liking because of my little one, and my wife spends most of the time at the back of the car, and I prefer a car that has more space for them. And boot space wise, both those cars are nowhere near as good as the S4, so that rules that out, and still the S4 was a better option than those 2 cars. Moving on to the next 2 options, the Seat Leon Cupra 300 ST, had to think about that one, and the other one being the Volkswagen Golf R Mark 7.5 Estate. Both lovely cars, but I think this car just has the edge over them. I think it's the more sensible choice. I believe it had this edges both those cars in terms of boot space. Honestly, I do miss owning a Golf, but not an Estates version. Every so often when I'm on the road in this car, I look out and I see a nice Golf GTI or Golf R. I'm like thinking, I do miss being able to every so often jump in and drive a little hot hatch. So I don't know, maybe at some point. Well, I do have a Golf Mark 5 GTI, but that's a work in progress. But yeah, still S4 B9 I think edges it in terms of like the better choice compared to those two. Next one was the Porsche Macan Mark 1, either the Turbo or GTS. I still think this one, this tops it in term compared to the Porsche. Porsche, the Macan interior is actually very nice, very nice. But I think it has too many buttons in that version. Way too many buttons going on, and not all of them came with CarPlay. I think it's either later generations or when customers specifically spec'd it with CarPlay, and being Porsche, I can only imagine it being quite an expensive option, so there wasn't a lot of them that came fitted with CarPlay. Engine wise, it's actually very similar. This engine and I believe the Macan Turbo have a very similar engine. I could be wrong, but I believe I'm correct. Drop your comment in the box down below if you believe I'm wrong. Last one, back to an Audi again. It was the last Audi on my shortlist when I was deciding was actually an RS4, but the older B8 with the 4.2 litre engine. That would not have worked for me as a daily car. As lovely as that car sounds with that 4.2 litre V8, in terms of fuel economy, nada, no bueno. So yes, still the S4 B9 would have been, is and still is the better option compared to the B8. But, which leads me on to my next thing that's on my mind. Now that I've got a really good taste of life with an Audi, I do want to thank my friends that recommended me that pushed me and bugged me that, hey, you should really check out an Audi, look at this Audi, check this Audi out. And I'm actually so pleased that I actually opted for an Audi S4 now. But because I have had the taste of life with this Audi S4, it does leave me wondering, should my next car, or should I have actually got the RS4 instead, the RS4 B9 specifically, because it has a very similar engine. It's still a V6, but it's twin turbo. The difference is instead of a 3 litre, it's a 2.9 litre in the RS4 B9. So in terms of fuel economy, I can only imagine it being very similar to what I'm getting right now. So it's not going to make a huge difference in terms of my daily, my weekly fuel spend actually. But yeah, it looks a bit more aggressive. It is something that's on my mind now. It's like, you know, as a S4 owner, I think the dilemma you get as an S4 owner is like, it's not an RS4, is it? And like, I'm assuming like BMW drivers, ones that have the like 230i or 330i or whatever they're called, that, oh, I didn't get the M car, you didn't get the M2, I didn't get the M3. I think it's the very similar dilemma that we car lovers go through. But yeah, I believe I made the right choice, but like I said, it does leave me questioning whether I should have opted for, well, I could have the better version, the RS4. But yeah, from me, that is all this week. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It is very nice being back doing some long form video. It's been a while. I am working on other long form videos, but they're just taking a long time to put together, waiting for parts to arrive, finding time to do some work. But in the background, there's things going on. I'm not completely ignoring the long form videos. It's just the things that I have planned is taking a while. But yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, keep yourself informed of what's coming up. But yeah, from me this week, that's all. Thank you very much. See you all next time. Bye bye.